He was playing for a club that was cursed for 38 years. At 18, he was England's wonder kid. Fame, alcohol, scandal, and self-destruction took over. Wayne Rooney wasn't just a talented player. He was a force of nature. As a kid, he tore youth leagues. He scored over 114 goals in 29 games. At 15 years old, he scored 8 goals in a single game. At 16, he was already facing Arsenal's unbeaten squad. In the 90th minute, he pulled off the impossible. A 25-yard screamer. The stadium erupted. Arsenal's unbeaten streak was over. The world had a new star. Arsène Wenger called him the greatest England talent he has ever seen. Thierry Henry didn't even know that he had just lost against a 16-year-old. That goal changed everything. The media became obsessed. Manchester United saw the potential. Alex Ferguson paid a record fee to bring him in. Rooney wasted no time. First game in the Champions League, hat-trick. At 18 years old, he was already England's striker. But off the pitch, the pressure was breaking him. Tabloids were following his every move. The media invaded his privacy. They even went as far as hiring private investigators to get information on his private life. They were exposing his darkest secrets. Scandals would hit one after the other. Allegations of cheating, nights out with celebrities, wild drunken brawls. The press called him reckless, and Rooney coped the only way he knew, by drinking a lot. He still performed on the pitch, scoring goals, winning titles with Manchester United, but his demons never left him. In 2009, that Manchester United were letting go of their best players. Cristiano Ronaldo would go to Real Madrid, Carlos Tevez would go to Manchester City. Rooney was the last star in United. But instead of the media praising him for staying, they would be fixated on his weight. Well, he responded by just proving them wrong. 34 goals. PFA Player of the Year. He was United's savior. The year after that, Rooney asked Manchester United, sign more players or I'm out. Manchester United decided to sign nobody that year. Wayne Rooney shocked the world and requested his transfer to Manchester City. Ferguson was furious. The fans were heartbroken. Days later, Ferguson was able to convince Rooney to stay, but the trust was broken with the fans. Injuries piled up. Alcohol became a bigger part of his life. But this time he wasn't the same youngster, he was old. So his performances started to take a hit. By 27 years old, he lost his pace. By 30 years old, he was no longer a star. At 32 years old, he was already back at Everton, and it was the end of Wayne Rooney. Looking back at the potential he had, he could have been the greatest.